What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, SumnSumnSumn. Hit the keys. Here today to do a quick review and demonstration over USynth by UJam. USynth is basically a stripped down and simplified synth, but it's very powerful and it allows you to get the sound that you want very quickly. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. But let's go ahead and get right into this review. SumnSumnSumn, hit the key. All right, guys, so I brought you to the website first because it'll make it just a little bit easier for me to explain this synth. So basically, USynth is a synth that's been stripped down, but there's 5 different expansion packs. So basically what they say is synthesizers done the UJam way, sound design and perform with ease, say hello to a new universe of creative expression. No more scrolling through hundreds of presets in a generic synth looking for the perfect starting point for a lead, or spending hours on a single patch you'll only use for 4 bars of an entire song. The faster you create, the more rapidly you'll improve as a producer. So when you look at it here, there are a few different expansion packs. So you can just get one, or you can get them all. You can do whatever you want. But they are currently $79 for each expansion pack. If you want to get the whole bundle is $248. I brought you here because it makes it a little easier for me to explain each synth for you. So Vibrant Soul Keys is basically hip hop, neo soul, pop, all that stuff. It's designed for those different genres. When you look at Future Retro Waves, this is basically for synthwave or anything like that that's super synthy. The all-purpose studio essentials. That kit is basically for anything, so you're supposed to be able to use it for all genres. You have your Euphoria, which is for EDM music, and then you also have this one right here, the Caramel, and it's just buttery sweet and warm. It's good for ambience, lo-fi. It's really good for anything. It's got some really good sounds, but I do like all the kits. So let's go ahead and open up FL Studio. So when you open up USynth is going to look like this. It's going to be ginormous on your screen. All you have to do though is detach it, move it up. It is a scalable GUI. So you can just come down here to the corner and you can shrink it however you would like. Let's go ahead and get back over to this page. Boom, bam. All right. So let's go ahead and shrink it just a little bit more. So we probably only need it to be about this big right here. All right. So now as you're looking at the synth, you'll see here, you notice that there's no oscillators, there's no wavetables or nothing like that. All that's behind the scene, but you can do so much with this plugin. I can't stress that enough. Like, it's got 100 presets. Each one of the synths has 100 presets, but you can just change these settings and it completely morphs the sound of a preset. So really you're getting more than 100 presets. It also has effects over here. So you can do effects differently. With all UJam stuff, you can throw their finisher stuff on there. So you either have your single effects, you can do dual effects, and you can also do quad effects. It has an arpeggiator over here, and you can do different steps and different latches and stuff down here when you turn it on. Each one of these little sections will have individual controls down here. So as you notice here on the synthesizer, it's currently, you can mess with the detune, the wobble speed, or the lo-fi. But when you start changing the presets and start changing the stuff like that, it's going to give you different settings down here that you can control. The same over here with the finisher knobs as well. It's got pitch bend and modulation over here. It's got this surprise button right here, so you can roll the dice and it basically randomizes all the settings here. If the dice up top is black, then it'll randomize it. If the dice is blocked out, then it won't randomize it. And then down here, you also have global effects. So you have delay, and then you also have reverb that are your global effects, and you have volume here. So it's a pretty simple GUI. It is really easy to use, but I can't stress enough that you can do a lot with this GUI very quickly. So I made a little sample beat as always. I actually made a few sample beats for this video using different expansion packs or different synths. I don't know what you want to consider it. So I'm going to play one of the sample beats first, and then at the end of the video, I'm going to play the other few sample beats that I made for you guys as well. So let's go ahead and hop on over here. None of the beats are all the way mixed down. There's no third-party effects effects or anything like that on any of the sounds. It's all USynth sounds. So on all these beats, I did use USynth like 6 or 7 times. And the CPU on this plugin is great. For like 7 instances of USynth, I was only getting 19% CPU. But let's go. All right, guys, so that's a little sample beat that I put together for you guys today. Let's go ahead and hop right back on into USynth. I must put this full disclosure out there as well. The good people over at USynth did hit me up on IG and they asked me if I wanted to check out any of their products. I've been wanting to check out USynth for a while. So they did actually send this over to me to check out. They did not ask me to do a review, nor did they ask for me to give some kind of fake impression of the VST or the plugin, because they didn't even ask me to do a review. They just asked me if I wanted to check this out and give them any advice or anything that I thought could be improved on. So with that being said, here we are. I like the plugin, so we're going to do a review on it. So when we open up the plugin, I've got one of the sounds up right now. So I've just got one of the presets. It sounds like this. All right, so I like the way that sounds. It's a really unique sound, you know. Now, what's cool about this is, I guess we'll start with the sequencer part. So if I turn the sequencer on and I just push down one key, so that's pretty cool right there. We just have a quick arpeggio, but we can mess with the speed of the arpeggio. And what's cool about USynth stuff too as well, as you look down here at the bottom, you can change the pattern. So that's pretty cool. Whatever you switch it to and you basically push that key, you can push it on your keyboard or you can push it with the mouse. It'll latch to that for you and it'll play that pattern for you. And so then you can either sync it up with the beat or the key, or you can latch it over here as well. So if you latch it, obviously it's going to keep playing, but you can mess with the speed, and each one of the sounds is going to have a little different of arpeggio. So it's not all going to be the same. So that's pretty fire. So now here's the part, here's where the magic happens right here. So over here, as we're looking at the synthesizer, so if I was to click on this right here, there is going to be, it's going to give you all your different presets and stuff like right here. But if I was to click over, it's going to basically change the synthesizer and the effects. So like if I push this down, all right, but if I push over like this, it's still the same preset, but it's got different effects and the synth is working differently behind the scenes. And now it's going to sound like this. So that's a dramatic change. So even though you only get 100 presets, really you're getting 1,000 presets, because every time you switch over one of these effects, this is all still the same preset. So now we can go to another one. All still the same preset. And so now we have a little bit of control over here with your dark and your bright and your fast and your slow. And these also affect the sound. So you can see how it's just making it sound completely different and with very minimal amount of work. So we can turn this up too. So you can hear how that sounds so much different than it did when we initially started. So then you can come over here if you would like, and you have different controls as well. So, you know, we can go single, dual, quad, which quad is going to be, you know, 4 effects. And we can throw this, let's just throw this psychedelic delay on there. But we have all kinds of different stuff, a different flavor. And you'll notice down here at the bottom, all these effects change. So every time I switch to something different, you see how all this changes down here. And so again, we can start fine tuning and making our sound however we want. Mess with the pitching. And then you can hear how you're getting just so many extra sounds and just so much going on with that. Just super fire in my personal opinion. And then down here, you also have this surprise. So let's go ahead and turn all these on. Now, if I push surprise, boom, and click it. Let's go ahead and make for a big surprise though this time. So let's go ahead and hit it again. And then you're going to notice all the knobs and everything start moving. And so again, these are all the same preset. We haven't left the same preset yet. That's something that I want to stress on this plugin is that you've heard a whole bunch of different sounds, but it's all still the same preset. And all the presets, everything we've heard so far sounds good to me. So you know, still same preset. So super fire. So let's go ahead and go through some of the presets. I'm not going to go through all the presets on this thing for the simple fact that I did a live stream on Friday and I went through a ton of the presets on this thing. It was a live stream just about this this plugin. So I'll link that below in the description as well, because I'm not going to go through every single preset, but I do want to go through some of the presets so that you guys can hear what they sound like. So let's go ahead and just push play. So again, as I go through some of these presets, I'm going to go through some of these different, I'm going to switch through some of the different, I don't know if you want to call them presets for presets, but it's all going to be the same preset. And then I'm just going to switch through and make it sound a little different. So again, I can't stress enough, you get so many different sounds with this. All right, so let's go to another preset. So again, keep in mind, all the sounds that you guys have heard so far have only been 3 presets. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about this thing. All right, so let's go ahead and go to a different library. Let's go ahead and hit some of these pads. These pads are pretty nice. And then let's go ahead and go through, I guess, a couple of the keyboards. Again, I'm not going to go through a whole bunch of presets because I've already gone through presets. One thing that I forgot to mention on this as well is that there is a 30-day free trial on all of the synths separately. So you are more than welcome to go grab the synth and try it out for 30 days and see if it's something that you like. And if it's something that you like, then you can definitely, you know, get it from there. And if it's not, you know, hey, go your other way, you know. But just keep in mind with this plugin that there is a 30-day free trial as well, which you cannot beat a 30-day free trial. So I'm going to go to a different one. Let's go ahead and let's check out something over here in caramel or buttery. So we'll go ahead and we'll hit the leads and let's go. All right, let's go ahead and check out a few things from future retro waves. So let's go ahead and click back over here. So again, I didn't go through all the sequences or all the arpeggios, but they sound like this. All right, guys, so that's all the presets I'm going to go through. I'm going to go ahead and play a few of the other sample beats that I've made with this plugin so that you guys can hear them. And then I'll also label which synth that I use, because for each beat, I just use one synth only for that beat. All right, guys, so that's basically the plugin for you guys. Who is this plugin for? For me, I think it's for anybody who is just looking to find some presets quickly, somebody who's looking to make beats quickly, or somebody who who doesn't necessarily want to get too much into sound design or stuff like that. My pros for this plugin are that the sounds sound great. It is very easy to find what you need. It is very easy to simply just move a knob and get a completely different sound, maybe something that you didn't even know that you were searching for. My only con with this plugin is, what do you think it's going to be? Since I do sound design and all that other stuff, I would like a little more control. So I wish that there was maybe like up in the corner at the top under the hood button or something like that, or a pro button or something like that, so that I could push that and I could get to those oscillators and I could get to those wavetables and I could control the stuff myself. But again, this is aimed at, you know, basically creating music quickly so that you never lose your motivation and you're always in the groove. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so every time a new video comes out, you can be the first to know. Let me know what tutorials you want to see next in the comments, and see you next time.
Sum, hit the key.